132 laps completed Auto Club Speedway in Southern California. Just past halfway. Greg Biffle is your leader over Jeff Gordon, and he got the lead on a fast green flag stop from his crew.
When your car's good, your crew's good, and I think they like what happened on pit road.
That's right. There'll be no $10,000 fine for this celebration.
No, sir. That's a great celebration.
Time for another question from Ask.com, the official search engine of NASCAR. There was a book called Stand On It, written by a fictional driver named Stroker Ace. Bill Neely and Bob Autumn wrote the book, and it was all the great stories of stock car racing that you couldn't tell because of who was involved, so you attributed them all to Stroker Ace, this fictional driver. Burt Reynolds and Hal Needham did the movie, and the question is, how many drivers in what was then the NASCAR Winston Cup Series had cameos in the movie? For the answer, go to Ask.com and enter the Ask.com NASCAR Challenge for a chance to win daily prizes and a trip to Talladega. Ask.com, official search of NASCAR.
I tried to get Fred Torkel to sponsor my car, but he already had a deal.
Yeah, Clyde Torkel's Chicken Pit.
Clyde Torkel
was the sponsor of
Fred's
Stroker's car.
Right. Tell you what, we're looking at Jeff Gordon, that 24 car on the bottom of the racetrack running in second. Greg Biffle is really having to fight through lap cars now. He got hemmed up behind Casey Kane in the 9, Sam Hornish Jr. in the 77, trying to stay on the lead lap, and that really pulled Jeff Gordon in that 24 up to his rear bumper.
The guy that he's hoping that back there that also hopes they'll hold him up for a little while is Jimmy Johnson. He has lost touch with these two guys up front here. Ooh, this is going to be close.
Thread the needle.
Y'all be careful now, you hear?
Now Michael Waltrip in the 55 car, he's trying to stay on the lead lap, but look at Gordon. He's going to go to the high side of Biffle, but he's going to get him behind Michael. Biffle will keep the lead.
Jeff needs to get back down on that apron. The Biff's got his car working to perfection right now. I think that he and Jeff Gordon are probably pretty equal to each other the way it's looking.
Jeff Gordon closing in on Biffle, trying to take the lead. Crank it up for a while. Jeff Gordon is there, hounding Greg Biffle for the lead. He got right to Biffle's bumper, and then Greg managed to scoot away just a little bit.
I just believe right now, still with 112 laps to go on a long run and a short run for that matter, that's the two best race cars right there. Biffle in the 16, Gordon in the 24.
Yeah, one thing I've seen out of the 24 today, normally he's good on new tires and he kind of fades. Today, looks like he's got a car that's really good over the long run, which is going to pay off, looks like.
Lapping past Southern California native and off-road star Robbie Gordon, who's been a fixture, a regular in this series. And Robbie Gordon, one of, if not the last, driver owners in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
Made the swap to Toyota. Right now, Robbie is 2 laps down, back in the 34th position. We have 16 cars on the lead lap now with 1:11 to go.
Now, Jeremy Mayfield and Joe Nemechek own their own race teams, but we'll see if they run the full schedule. Robbie has for the past few years.
And there's some guys up here just in front of the leaders that, man, they better get going. Dale Jr., one of them, he's running 15th right now, and the leaders are coming.
You know, Darrell, I know as we headed into this 2009 season, when people, the media was talking about championship contenders for 2009, the three obvious choices, Jimmy Johnson going for 4 in a row, Carl Edwards trying to win his first, and Kyle Busch. But I just believe that Greg Biffle in that 16 car, when you look at the strides they made last year, they won the first 2 races of the chase. He not only was my dark horse in this 500-mile race today, he could be the dark horse in this championship.
Well, it sure looks that way. I thought, quite honestly, I thought they just got lucky in the chase when they won that first couple of races. But this team, under this man's leadership right here, has really turned a corner. They're a contender. There's no question.
Greg Irwin.
Caution is out, and rain is falling in turn 3. And that caution is great news for Montoya, Rudeman, Earnhardt, and Stremme, who will stay on the lead lap. And it looks like Michael Waltrip.
We just got to be careful. Every time we kind of tighten it up, it takes the speed out. But a little bit less than that would have been good.
Dale Jr. And it looks like Michael Waltrip will be the recipient of the free pass as the first car 1 lap down. Chad Knaus not looking too happy about this rain.
He looks concerned. I think he's worried about his race car. What am I going to do to it? Because it's definitely gotten off from what it was early in the race.
Yeah, they've been so good all weekend long. They started the race so strong, but it's like as this race got to go, and they just lost the handle on it.
Now, we ran 95 consecutive green flag laps. 5 times out of the 17 prior races here, we've had green flag runs of 100 laps or more. What's the concern down there in that 48 pit, Matt?
Mike, DW hit it perfectly. The concern for Knaus, he was seeing the trend. They were about a half second slower than the leader. Trying to get a long description from Jimmy about the car. He asked Jimmy, are you running the bottom early on new tires? And Jimmy said the car is just so tight, he can't run the bottom like he wants to. It's also a little free on exit. So they're looking at what game plan they're going to make on their next changes. Jimmy said the car felt much better this run, but Chad said, yeah, but we're not as fast. We're actually going the wrong way. We're getting slower.
And that's a concern, because those other 2 guys, Biffle and Gordon, have gotten faster, and they've gotten slower. That's the problem.
Pit road will be open. Now, this is a light rain. It is not expected to be an extended rain. It's a very different situation than we had last Sunday in Daytona Beach. We are past halfway, but nobody right now is thinking that this light sprinkle is going to end this race. So likely there'll be takers on pit road.
But if I'm David Rudeman, Dale Earnhardt Jr., David Stremme, last car on the lead lap, why not stay out there and ride it out and just see? There's always that chance.
Steve?
Mike, Greg Biffle saying his 16 car is real good down in turns 1 and 2, but he over-rotates a little bit down in turns 3 and 4, and he's fighting tight at the bottom of the racetrack. He gets a clean windshield and they make an air pressure adjustment, Matt.
The center of your screen, the 48, Jimmy Johnson, a tear off, Ron Mallett, the car chief, and also a chassis adjustment, both wedge and track bar for Johnson, Dick.
And Jeff Gordon is in for 4 tires. They are indeed predicting that the rain is going to stop. We're going to get this whole race in. Gordon likes the behavior of the cars, so no major adjustments to it. Just the 4 tires. He said, wow, the big race off pit road.
Matt Kenseth appears in that one.
Which is not unusual either when he hits pit road. And look at there, 3 positions gained.
That makes me nervous.
Why?
Because what did he do last week?
He got out front and it rained hard. Don't go there, Darrell.
Okay. That was last week.
A light rain falling. Pit stops have been made. We'll recap in a moment.